What's up, YouTube? Top Flight USA back with another one. How you doing, brother?
I am doing well, sir. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's your name, age, and where you from?
Well, my name is Andre. My middle name is very easy. It's Duh and Vaughn. My last name is actually quite easy. People always ask me how to spell it, though. It's Rag and Land. Just put
Okay.
together. It's one word.
All right.
But anyway, and then as far as my age, I'm 29. I was
Okay.
born on April 26th, 1995. You will not see April 26th in much, guys. But yeah, you won't see that birthday in many things. But yeah, 95, so I'm 29. And yeah, I've just been out here chilling and basically like, I met this person and he's pretty cool. So you guys should, definitely check out his stuff. But I'll tell you about me. It's pretty simple. I live here in North Carolina, Robes near Greensboro, if we should just say that one forward. I won't say that one backward. But yes, so I live like over in Dunleith though. It's a very small little community. It's really nice.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
you were gonna ask me
You
that.
didn't mention where you're from.
Oh, where I'm from? I'm from upstate New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Where
from
about?
upstate New York. It's called Newburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's actually a very nice little quaint city town type thing. So it's like it's not one of the big boroughs, but it is a city,
Okay.
And it's pretty nice. I mean, like my whole like a lot of my family are from there. I have some family over in California, but I've not been to California.
Okay.
Supposedly. And my
How,
childhood was a little weird.
yeah. How long you been in North Carolina?
I have been here about 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So did you go to school down here?
I actually graduated from here. Then I moved away to Florida, and then I came
Okay. Then you came back. All right. Well, let's tap into your childhood a little bit. Do
back.
you have any siblings?
I have two half brothers and two half sisters. Both my brothers are from my father, and both of my sisters are from my mother.
Okay.
So those are more closely related as the sisters.
Okay. Did you grow up in the same household as them?
No, not all of them. I lived in the same house as my older sister for a while there, and then once my little sister was born, she had a different father. How that type of thing goes. So yeah, then I moved. I was still with my mother at all times, but I was with my little sister and her instead, and her father. And then my little sister is actually on her feet very well, relative to how it is that the world is going right now and whatnot. She's doing pretty gosh darn well for herself.
Okay.
And beyond that, like I mean, I'm staying somewhere, and I've been like working for a person. He's a pretty cool guy. I basically just like live there, help him out when he goes out and does stuff, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay. So you mentioned you're staying with a person.
Yeah. He's how I was able to afford this. So, I mean, like it was money from him that allowed me to afford this, and like I have the cell phone and whatnot. Yeah, I have the cell phone and whatnot because I do stay with him, and he's a cool guy. I have an Awu coffee sticker. It's a really nice coffee place. But anyway, so like because of him, I'm able to afford this stuff. But I do work for him, so like I am supposed to be getting paid. So like that is just how that one's supposed to work. I do live with him, but I do go out and work with him, and I do make money doing that.
Okay. You mentioned supposed to be getting paid.
Yeah, so I don't think about the words all the time when I say them. It's really just like the situation is I make a lot per week, and like for the past little bit of time, it's just been a little tepid on the water. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not really trying to like attack you, hurt you. I'm not trying to be rude to you, but the way that I speak to people is very like I'm very appropriate. So
Okay.
if it's inappropriate to me, then I say, hey, just understand, I love your wife a little bit too much to stop doing things for you. I love her. She's amazing. But like
Okay.
the things that I do for your wife because she has MS,
What
like
is MS?
it's multiple sclerosis, and it can come on for like ever presently of a reason. I'm not going to say that it came on because of anything other than actual disease, but I will tell you it's just sometimes the way that it is that I hear the person being appropriately, I guess, spoken to in such a household as a Christian man's house. It gets a little strange for me, and I say, okay, no problem. I'll go out on my walk, and I do not work on the weekends at all. That's why today's Saturday. I'm here with you guys. So thank you guys very much for watching this. If you watch this,
Okay.
he's a cool guy, the person that's allowing me to speak to you. But anyway, that's me speaking. Let me go back to talking. You could just ask me more questions.
Okay.
Those can go on forever.
You mentioned getting paid from them.
Yeah,
You was
I
breaking
have.
it down.
I have gotten paid from many a time in the past. For about a year and a half, I was getting paid. I get paid like a week every week is $1,000. Just straight up, it's $1,000 every Friday. I get paid $1,000, and that's just 5 days. So 5 days work, I get 200 a day. You know.
Okay.
So like, and then so that Friday I'll have 1,000, and then like next Friday I'll have 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000, and that went on for like a year and a half. Then he had some problems, and because of the problems, he said, "I'm trying to make you aware that I do understand you need the money, and I'm going to try to get it to you. But because of complications, if he can't get me the money, if he can keep on pumping things back into the house that we need, then I'm like, cool." But he does like to complain about such things. He still does it.
Okay.
He'll pump like $500 worth of groceries into the house, but he won't pay me. But he will complain about the food not getting in the house. I'm like, if you just give me my 1,000 a week, and you've missed 8 weeks on top of that, and understand I crashed your car, you were not very happy about that, but it did not cost you much money, and you take that money out, and then you give me what I'm owed, then it'd be a lot nicer for us. So, but I'm not going to be dangerous toward a person.
Can I
understand,
ask you a question?
My personality is way different than that. And yes, you can ask me any question, basically.
Do you think he stopped paying you because you crashed his car?
He told me how much it cost, brother, and I will tell you this, which is when I crashed the car, he told me how much it cost, and I said, cool, well, if we live together and you owe me this much and I owe you that much, then out of 8,000 you can give me 4,000, and we'd be perfect, because it cost 3,200 to fix the car. So I'm just saying, take another 800 as well, and understand my apologies, but I have lived with him for 4 years and crashed the car once.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just like, on that, no, brother. I am not at all trying to be rude to him. He does still owe me.
Okay.
Told me how much the damages were and everything.
Does he charge you to stay there?
Yes. The charge to stay there is basically me working for him, because it's not just the working for him. It's the fact that it takes the stress off of him, and then he goes out and does stuff. I take care of the wife while he's gone 5 days a week, and then he goes and does what he does. So if he's out there and he's working and whatnot, and I put the money into my situation, he tells me that it's cool. So I'm going to tell you something. I have been living there for 4 years, though. So I understand where you're coming from. Believe me, I'm not diabolical with my inability to think my ego might be inflated. But, brother, my oge is not. And that's OGE. It's just ego backwards. Okay. I am waiting on having a larger ego. Believe me, I promise.
Okay. So, wow, that's interesting, that whole situation. But we can move past it if you want to.
It's not something that I'm sensitive about, so you keep on talking about it, but you'd have to ask me more questions, because I wouldn't even know what else really to tell you about him. He's a pretty cool guy. He's a Baha'i. So, like, his house is very highly. And so if it's very highly, but you allow other people to do things that are lessly, then it's like a name. If you allow everybody that lives in your house to act like they're Leslie, but you have one person there that is the reason why you treat people like such. Like, they're just like, oh, you guys are cool to be here because of that one person. If that person is your wife, great. If it's somebody else, I've lived there for about 4 years, and 2.5 years of that I was just taking care of her, period, point blank. I was like, hey, I like being here. I just take care of her. We had a nurse. I kicked her out. I didn't kick the nurse out. The nurse didn't live there. But you understand what I mean?
Yes.
I worked for him. I was just like, I love your wife. Can I help take care of her like that? I promise. I love you. You are you're like her husband. I'm not going to do anything weird. I'll take care of your wife. MS, she just needs like the bed linen changed. She needs herself changed. She needs to be cleaned every once in a while. She needs to be, completely just like taken care of 5 days a week. I don't even have to do it on the weekends. Good. I have had to do it on the weekends sometimes, and I've had to do it for him because he gets sick a lot. He has diabetes, and he just sometimes doesn't feel like eating.
I wonder how it makes him feel to know that you have to do all of those personal things to his wife.
I do understand, but brother, she's very old, and I promise you, I have nothing against her. When I take care of her, I have nothing against her. Nothing positive against her. How about that?
It's like because that would technically like a business thing. Like you're pretty much like a nurse.
He is my boss. Yes, I would get my degree to be a registered nurse if that would make him feel more, safe. But I'm just like, I should just go do that anyway, and then understand that I already love people enough to do these types of things, and then it was already the platonic relationship between me and Lynn. She's a lovely person, but Mrs. Berryhill is his wife. I do not disrespect that woman. I love that man. He's cool.
Who is Lynn?
Lynn is his wife. That's the woman that I work for. She's very nice and she's very cool. Okay. She offers me she offers me to sit in the room and watch TV with her like all the time. She'll be watching Young Sheldon on repeat She's watched the entire thing 3 times.
Can I ask a tough question here?
More times than that, you can ask any question.
Have you ever had sex with his wife?
No. No.
Okay.
I have not. No.
Okay. All right.
Anything there. Anything.
I
You can
just,
ask any questions
yeah, I
there.
just wanted
I
to know
promise you,
because
brother.
you said it's strictly business. You're taking care of. You're trying to help her.
Yeah, I basically just wipe her butt. As a matter of fact, by the way, I wipe her butt
Yeah,
because
something the CNA would do.
she shits and she pees, so then we just clean her up and everything's cool.
Okay.
5 days a week, I do that, and he comes back from work, or he's even there sometimes. So I'm just like, when he gets sick because of the diabetes and he has to be there, I'm just like, if he needs to tell me something and he needs to tell me both parts at the same time, it's hard for him. Thank you, because I'll tell you something. At the very least, I need to have that in my mind. If it's out there for people to understand, then that means, what if that really is the situation? You are too nice. You appear nice. You don't appear like you're trying to do something odd. So therefore, he doesn't want you to take care of her. And the money that he owes you, he's just like, you've lived here for a while. Can you please maybe just go get the registration done? What if
Have
that's
he
the
ever
situation?
asked you to?
Has he ever asked me to just go get a registered nurse practitioner's license?
Yes. Honestly.
I don't say no. I think he has like brought it up. No. Sorry. You're very intelligent. The wife has. The wife has. But she asked me that time ago, and then she just never really brings it up. She says that I'm capable. Thank you. So she does say that. She says I'm capable. Like, hey, take the time, even though you have to take care of me, like jump on the computer, see if you can get some online classes. And I'm just like, yeah. Maybe if I did that, he'd feel more obligated to give me the money,
Okay.
Because I am 29. Why would you just give a 29-year-old $4,000 at one time? That's a lot of money. I might do something dumb. The girl that I'm with, my wife, so to say, my girlfriend, she is wonderful. And maybe she needs certain items, but maybe she doesn't need them quite as badly as I think.
So where's your wife?
She's at the house right now. She's got degenerative disc disorder. So she's a lovely.
Do your wife stay at that home as well?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
She does. She's been staying there like a month, but yeah, she has been staying there. But it's only been like a month of her being there and being my girlfriend. She's been there for 2 months. She's been there for 2 months. So a whole 60 days. Today is like the 65th day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now it's almost like it's coming together now.
Yeah.
He hasn't paid you in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Around the same amount of time your girlfriend has been there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So he could even be explaining something very intelligent to me, brother. And thank you. You know what?
Can I ask you another question?
You go ahead.
And it's not to it's just a brutally honest question I just want to ask.
Yeah.
Have you had any relations with the husband?
No. No, I have not.
Okay.
With the husband?
Yes, sir.
Because that's who you're asking me about his name, but you're kind of just not. I can't remember his name, and I can remember his name right now.
The guy that's paying you.
No, I have not.
Okay. Because
that's a very intelligent question, but I'm just a little.
Some people do these type of activities.
I've blacked out, but I'm just like, I'm schizophrenic. I cannot lie to you, brother. So I will tell you this. Just listen to the
sorry if I offended you.
No, the sentence is intelligent because you have to understand the sentence, or I guess like the people, or I have to. I have not had relations with him.
Okay.
And I am schizophrenic and I have blacked out.
Okay.
So I'm just like, and then people tell me that I was in like the wheelchair or whatever, and I was just hanging out and I was high. So I'm like, but if I'm not, or if I am, or if I drink, or if I smoke a cigarette, but like if I peyote and people don't understand that at the house, and then I black out, and they don't like me, and they don't know that I need to know that, I will tell you. It's an interesting question.
Do they know that you're going through that, like mentally?
That I'm schizophrenic?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I can speak backwards. I can speak backwards, brother. I literally can. So, like, if what you're trying to tell me is, I deem ought nerb see eit. Language is a little hard to say backwards. Otni im efil. then that's what you're trying to tell me, is that into my life I have to bring in my language. Then that's what you're telling me, is I need to stop blacking out by speaking backward. That's what you're telling me, brother. Then thank you, because I'm going to tell you something. I don't know who you are if you know that question. I don't know who you are if you know that question. So thank you for seeing this and just being like, do you know Kalb Denad Delim? I don't know if they have to see that. Kalb Denad Delim, that's what this blade is. That's why it's a wooden blade, it's oak. So I'm just like, brother, if you're telling me my peyote, my etoyap, my etoyep, it doesn't matter which direction I speak it in, by the way. I can say the E-T-E or I can say the E-T-O. I know how to speak these words. So I'm like, brother, if that's what you're telling me, then what I'll tell you is this. I've already been not breathing for a long time. So I'm just like, brother, addictions. Don't smoke cigarettes, guys. You're not addicted.
Do you have any addictions?
You're cigarettes.
Drug addictions.
Margarine. I call it margarine. Marijuana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing you have tried?
You're not supposed to be addicted to weed. So therefore, after I thought that I was addicted to weed, I said, that other shit, how about just beer and cigarettes? I feel better now. So, but I will tell you something else. Don't think that I'm telling them what to do, the people that will listen to this. Don't think that I'm telling you guys what to do. Etta Regis, she's lovely. She's a woman. So if Spike's wife, if you guys have never watched Cowboy Bebop, because I'm like, it's your walk, you've heard ya boy ever in conversation. So I'm telling you something. Those other languages are out there. So if you've never watched Cowboy Bebop and you smoke cigarettes, you're not addicted to those. She just wants to talk to you. Smoke a cigarette, guys. But smoke that cigarette. I made a YouTube video one day. It was 27 minutes and I did not smoke the cigarette. I had it in my hands the entire video. Don't watch that video.
Do you have your own YouTube page?
It's got like 30 views. I could check it out, but yes, brother, I do. And oh, that's wonderful. Another person that you wanted me to speak to. My person that I call alternate or whatever, she is at a very important place. She's at the IRC right now. I told her I wanted to talk to her. Let me check mine. And yes, it's got like 35 views.
Why don't you shout your YouTube channel out?
Well, it is literally.
This is where we posting it at.
Yeah, that's good, man. So I'm just like, that is, if you look up, I think you just literally have to look up Andre Ragland. I don't even know why that's the situation. Okay, so I guess the @ is Ragland Andre, which is just and then R-E. 1908. I should have changed that, but just don't worry about that. 1908 will just mean something to me. And if you guys do come there to talk, oh, I'm sorry about the microphone, brother. If you guys do come there to talk, then I'm just like, if you comment on that video, I'm already going to try and go ahead and add more stuff. Just that one's really interesting. It's not even about the book that I'm doing the encyclopedia abridged on, because I'm telling you something that's weird. My name is Andre with an accent mark E, Ragland. That's just my name, though. Andre Ragland. There's a wine after my first name, but anyway. Okay. Other than that, if you want to like just like see if you can see that in there, because I'm like, I do have a video on there. Oh, yeah. So thank you very much, brother, and I appreciate you. I'm gonna tell you guys something. What is your YouTube channel called, though?
It's called Top Flight USA.
Top Flight USA. It's beautiful. It sounds like a gas station. So thank you. Thank you for having Top Flight, though, because I'm like the Gilf.
It sounds like a gas station. That was hilarious.
The Gilf is very interesting.
Are you a comedian?
If you have that word, if you have the word the Gilf in the middle of your YouTube channel, yes, I'm a comedian, because you're intelligent for that. Like, as if to have your Tenelegni, at least in order to have your Tenelegni. There you go. If you have that in there, if you have multiple tomorrows and words when you're speaking to me and you don't have to speak backwards, yes, I'd like to be a comedian because you're an intelligent person. I like my drink, and I'm just like in the middle of an interview. You're not supposed to drink things, but what do you let me do?
It's all good. Do your thing, man. We're gonna kind of end the interview right there.
That's fine, brother. This Biscoff is wonderful, and I've got to eat.
We've been going for about 20 minutes. Your story is very interesting. We talked a little bit about your job. We talked a little bit about your living situation. We talked about your wife. That was a pretty good conversation. I'm interested in knowing more. I want to know more. I feel like you just kind of gave us just a little bit so we could do another video. Okay. And another video. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, I do understand. As far as interest, that is to Sir Etney. So I'm like, yeah, I think interest. That makes sense. Yes, no, I've got you. To Suretny. Yes, of course. So somebody crawling on their knees because I claw to walk. I do not walk. I claw to walk. So when we don't have all of the religion all at the same time, you don't have to have a religion if you have all of the religion at the same time. That's another thing. But anyway, he's got it. I think he's got it because you're listening.
Yes, sir.
And you're cool.
I'm paying attention to you.
Lukewarm water is way better than tepid, brother.
Very much so. All right, man. Do you got a Cash App or like a Gmail that the people wanted to get in contact with you, other than just your YouTube channel?
I have a Gmail. I do have a Cash App. The Cash App is Tedamika. You could just send $1. Can't you just send like $1 and then a note like with your for whatever? Just make it either Instagram or any other that you guys have.
Whatever social media site you want to shout out.
Yeah.
Right,
and by the way, Instagram, you could just take the Instagram. Because I'm like, dude, the Instagram's interesting, but take the Cash App first, just in case. Send $1, but send your @ I'll look into you, and I know how to speak backwards. I'll figure out what the fuck your username means.
Okay.
What if you guys want that? I'll figure out your damn username. But I mean, at least look at this damn thing. That's the Cash App. That's the Cash App.
Let me focus in on that.
Yeah, that's the Cash App.
All right, we got the Cash App.
I think you guys can send $1. I've been on Cash App forever.
That's right.
So, and then the Instagram is lovely, but I'm like, my For You page on Instagram. It's a raw Uoi egap. Do not follow my Instagram and then ask me who I follow. Do not check my following, because if you check my following, I have 384 followers.
Okay.
Do not check my following. It is too much for you. If you're a male and you're watching this, you don't want to watch it. But by the way, we know patois around here, so if I didn't say you don't want, by the way, you don't want it, brother. You don't want Rihai Thorb at all upon you. Because when you listen to Etzeragis, you smoke cigarettes or deal? You deal? Smoke? You calms your weed? If you communicate with your weed, then yeah. Guys, don't watch this YouTube video and don't check my following. My followers, that's my friends. Leave them alone.
All right.
You guys have an awesome day, though.
Man,
I appreciate
you so much, man. We're going to stay connected. I'm going to give you all my information, and we look forward to doing a part 2. God bless you, brother.
God bless.